7 of the strangest creatures that have ever appeared on Earth. Social media keeps filling up with new conspiracy videos and photos claiming strange creatures live among us. We still don't fully understand many of these reports. Some could be true, others not. What I can promise is this: there's usually an explanation, even if we don't have all the answers yet. Today I've put together a video that shows 7 truly odd creatures that have appeared on our planet. Keep an open mind. Some cases remain unresolved and others likely have natural explanations. Number 1. The Glendon Monster. Back in 2004, a dog-like creature was discovered near Glendon, Maryland. The finding was so bizarre that it quickly became the center of countless conspiracy theories. Those who saw this so-called mini-monster claimed it looked like a cross between a dog and a hyena. The strange animal had long fingers, a tail, and even showed a few features that resembled a human. Witnesses managed to capture photographs, sparking endless debates. Some speculated it might be the remains of a dinosaur, while many internet users insisted it was the mythical Chupacabra, the beast said to attack livestock and drink their blood. Whatever the truth may be, the images spread around the world, fueling thousands of theories and cementing the Glendon monster as one of the most mysterious creatures of recent times. Number 2. The strange squid of Acapulco. In 2016, something unusual washed up on the shores of Banfield Beach, in Acapulco's Diamond Zone. What appeared to be the corpse of a strange sea creature stunned everyone present. Grayish in color, it looked strikingly similar to a giant squid, measuring more than 16 feet in length. Naturally, the big question was, what kind of squid is this? James Smith, a scientist and expert in evolutionary biology, later suggested in several reports that the remains were most likely from a whale. Sounds crazy, right? After all, its appearance seemed far closer to that of a squid. According to Smith, the odd look was due to the creature's head being separated from its skeleton, along with a rare deformity. Still, despite these scientific explanations, many people remain convinced that this was evidence of an undiscovered species, perhaps one intentionally kept secret from the rest of the world. Number 3. The mysterious sea creature of Sakhalin Island. On Sakhalin Island, an enigmatic and perhaps terrifying discovery was made in 2015. A strange being, nearly twice the size of a human, was found with an enormous beak-like mouth and hair on its tail. Those who stumbled upon it could hardly believe their eyes. The creature caused such a stir that the deputy director of the forecasting department at the Sakhalin Research Institute of Fisheries and Oceanography offered an explanation. He suggested it might have been a large dolphin, carried into Russian waters by a warm current. At first, many accepted this as a reasonable answer. But there was one unsettling detail that didn't fit the scientific explanation: its unusual fur. After further analysis, experts concluded it truly was a rare type of hair. And as we all know, dolphins simply don't have fur. This left the mystery unresolved, raising questions within the scientific community that may not be answered anytime soon. Number 4. The Chupacabra of Paraguay. Not long ago, the body of a mysterious creature was discovered by a group of firefighters off the coast of Carmen del Paraná, in Paraguay. Since its discovery, the remains have been under analysis, though the advanced state of decomposition has made any conclusions difficult to reach. According to the volunteer firefighters who first spotted it, the strange body was floating in the water, immediately drawing their attention. Its appearance shocked them. The creature had long fingers, a tail, and disturbingly human-like features. Once photos of the discovery were shared online, the news spread quickly across social media, sparking endless speculation about its origin. The online edition of Paraguay.com reported that thousands were astonished by the creature's grotesque human-like appearance, with many naming it the real Chupacabra. Looking at this unsettling figure, it's easy to understand why many consider it one of the most bizarre and disturbing discoveries ever made in Paraguay. Number 5. The Megamouth Shark. With its bulbous head and 50 rows of small teeth, this creature was discovered on the morning of January 28, 2015, in the Philippines. Known as the Megamouth Shark, it was identified by the Marine Wildlife Watch of the Philippines. But you might be wondering, what's so strange about this animal? Here's why. The Megamouth Shark was first documented in 1976, when one was accidentally caught by a U.S. Navy ship. After that, it virtually disappeared, never to be seen again. That is, until January 2015, when another specimen suddenly appeared. The find shocked the scientific community. Marine biologist David Chipman, who studied the specimen, linked it directly to the shark first sighted 44 years earlier. The 2015 discovery turned out to be a male measuring over 15 feet long, larger than many estimates for the maximum size of the species' males. Since then, little else has been learned about the Megamouth shark, leaving it shrouded in mystery and adding yet another strange chapter to the ocean's secrets. Number 6. The unknown creature in the garden. It was 11:30 at night on November 9, 2015 in California, when Gianna Paponis shared a chilling discovery on her social media. She reported hearing a terrifying scream outside her home, one of the most horrifying sounds she had ever heard. Rushing into her backyard to investigate, Gianna stumbled upon a strange, unidentified creature lying in the grass. But what truly terrified her was not the scream itself. It was the appearance of the creature. It looked like a malformed fetus, with features that defied explanation. It had no mouth or snout. Its swollen eyes were an eerie, opaque blue, and its skin was gelatinous and damp, with oddly shaped ears. The disturbing sight horrified not only Gianna, but also her neighbors. Some believed it was a demonic entity that had come to haunt her, while others insisted the creature resembled an alien infant. To this day, its true identity remains unknown. All we know is that it stands as one of the most terrifying creature discoveries ever reported. Number 7. The strange mammal in Canada. In 2010, 2 Canadian nurses from Ontario were out walking their dog, Sam, when they stumbled upon the body of a strange creature on the shore of a lake. It was Sam's sharp nose that first detected the odd scent, leading the women to the mysterious find. The dog dragged the creature closer to the shore, and the women were left completely baffled by what they saw. Lying before them was a small mammal, about 12 inches long, with a grotesque face, pale skin, no fur, colorless eyes, and unusually large fangs. As they called others over to witness the discovery, more questions than answers emerged. What else could this lake be hiding beneath its surface? To this day, no one has been able to identify exactly what the women and their dog uncovered. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed this journey into some of the strangest creatures ever reported on our planet. Tell me in the comments, which one surprised you the most? For me, honestly, every single one of them was astonishing. And that's exactly why I love creating this kind of content. These stories remind us of just how vast and mysterious our world really is, and how small and insignificant we are in comparison. Each of these bizarre and unexplained creatures is proof that we still have so much left to discover about our own planet. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next video is released.